And good morning, everyone. Welcome to this day. Another hot day out there. I'll tell you about the weather in just a moment. On our show today, your supervisor, Lisa Bartlett, is here today, and she's brought along a guest, Brian Ward. And this is going to be a talk about all the great things that are going to be happening at the Dana Point Harbor, a project that's been going on for a long time from start to finish. And they're at the point where, well, it's moving along rapidly now, and we got some photos and renderings for you. Going to be really neat to see all that. Also, Tony Barriott will be here today from the Hearing Well Club, and she's going to talk about the stigma of hearing loss. And Lisa's going to sit down with a couple guys with the Laguna Woods Car Club, and that's a fun club. The people of that club, I've seen some of their cars are really nice vehicles, and they'll talk about any kind of upcoming events that they will have. And then if we have time, we're going to take you out to the Equestrian Center. Now, as far as meetings go today, GRF, of course, has their regular monthly board meeting at 9:30. And then Third has their finance meeting at 1:30, both in the boardroom. Now let's get to the weather and another hot stretch going forward. Today should be the warmest day, and you know, I've been giving you these temperatures, and I keep saying it will at least get to these numbers, if not a little bit warmer. It did get a little bit warmer yesterday, I think by about 2 degrees than what I had. And of course, that certainly played into the fire that was up in Trabuco Canyon in Holy Jim. And just a quick update on that, it is primarily now on the riverside side of what they call the main divide up there. And although there's no containment on it, fortunately, there are no winds. So a little bit of smoking conditions, certainly where I live up in RSM, we could smell that smoke this morning, but for here, it's not too bad. So going forward here, 96 being the warmest day today, and then we're just going to remain in the low 90s. So we get to probably Friday and or Saturday. That's when we're going to see, at least at this point, a little bit of respite. So today to Saturday, we might see about anywhere from a 6 to 8 degree drop. So that will be nice indeed. Around Orange County today, temperatures are going to be up there. We are going to be looking at close, if not at 100 degrees in many areas. And again, I kind of look at different sources, and I'm giving you the numbers that I've gotten here. But if anything, you may be a degree or two warmer than what I have. Check out Palm Springs at 117 today. So we got some really hot weather out there again, so take care of yourself and expect that the whole week. And really the forecast is we're going to be continuing weather like this probably on and off for another 2 or 3 weeks at least. And then, you know, we get into the fall and man, we get that hot weather back again. So take care of yourself. All right, we'll be back in just a moment. Hey Laguna Woods, it's Ken.
And Lisa.
Did you miss an episode of This Day? Not to worry. Head over to youtube.com and search Village Television.
Here you can find each episode of This Day and other community programs such as Good Day OC, Discovering Laguna Woods, and much more.
Just click the red subscribe button, then click the bell to be emailed every time we upload a video.
Don't miss out.
And subscribe today.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
When you travel with AAA, you get more than a vacation. You get exclusive AAA member benefits, special offers on unforgettable experiences, and the travel planning knowledge of your own AAA travel agent. When you travel with AAA, you get the vacation of your dreams. To save on a pleasant holidays vacation, visit your local AAA travel agent today.
all know there's no place like home. You want to stay in your own home, but day-to-day tasks are getting more difficult to manage. Acticare is the solution. We are the trusted care partner in your community with 5-star reviews. You've taken care of others all your life. Now is the time to let us help you. In-home care is a safe and effective way to help you remain living independently in the comfort of your own home.
Acticare, responsive in-home care. Your first day is free.
Well, I'd like to welcome back to our show once again your supervisor, my supervisor too, because I'm in the 5th District, Lisa Bartlett, and always good to see you.
Good to see
welcome
you.
back.
Pleasure.
Yeah, we've talked about this before. Your district is kind of a zigzag of areas, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's Laguna Woods up here. I live up in RSM, so I get her emails and her events and everything, just like I hope you do when you sign up for those. And I'd also like to welcome Brian Ward. And Brian, you are the president of Burnham Ward Properties, and you're on today because we are talking about Dana Point Harbor and all the wonderful events and the plans for that great area, and it just looks like it's going to be wonderful. So give us a background first, Supervisor, on this.
Well, the Dana Point Harbor Revitalization Project has literally been in the works for 20 years. The harbor is about 47 years old, and it requires a significant redevelopment at this point. So we have a coastal development permit from the California Coastal Commission. We're really ready to get moving forward on this project. I personally have been working on it for 14 years. Through the Dana Point City Council and now as a county supervisor. And once I got elected as a supervisor, that was one of my first priorities, was to get this project that's been in the works for so many years and really get it moving forward quickly. It was originally to be a county-led project, but government moves very slow.
Yes.
And I really did not want to use any taxpayer dollars. And so I switched gears and decided we were going to have a public-private partnership and let the private sector partner build out the harbor. They take the financial risk, they do all the planning. The county will receive a ground lease into the Tidelands Trust, and we'll have a new harbor in no time flat. So I'm really looking forward to this project moving forward. And through the RFP process, we selected a best-in-class partner to work with, the Dana Point Harbor Partners. So I'm really thrilled that they're on board this project and we'll be completing our harbor.
So is the harbor itself part of the county, part of the city, part of the Coastal Commission, a little bit of both, just depending where you're standing?
Well, the county is really the harbor is really a county asset.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's in the city of Dana Point, but it's really a county asset.
And that's why, obviously, you're on board, and the county is involved with this, not just the city of.
Right.
Yeah. Well, it's, you know, I enjoy going down there. We were down there most recently for Mother's Day. The Christmas event down there, the lights, it's spectacular. So to see it only get better, I am personally really looking forward to. And this is why you're on, Brian, because it is your, tell me about your company. And this is, we were talking beforehand, you're overseeing this project in partnership with many specialists, right?
Yeah, well, first of all, it's as Supervisor Bartlett noted, it's a P3. So it's a public-private partnership with the county. And the county has been very, very involved in the project for the past 20 years, has done some very heavy lifting to get the project to the point it's in today. So now we're going to come in and execute, and that's kind of what we do. We formed an entity to do this because the harbor is a very unique asset.
Yeah.
It's got boat
Yes,
slips.
it is.
It's got a hotel, and it's got a lot of retail, restaurants and retail space as well. And it's also a public amenity. People go down and just enjoy the harbor to enjoy the harbor. So it took kind of a unique team to really address the grand plan.
Yeah.
And so what we did is we took 3 best-in-class entities, ourselves to handle the retail, R.D. Olson Development to handle the hotel development.
Okay.
And then Bellwether Financial, Bellingham Marine to handle all the marine, all the water side.
So yeah, it is very unique.
Yeah.
Now, we were talking a bit before, and the question I had is, we're seeing some renderings here. Some of these buildings are going to be reface, so to speak, refurbish, while some they will be completely torn down and rebuilt in similar location to what they are now. Is that correct?
That's exactly correct, yeah. And that really works with the entitlement that the county worked on. It's a smart plan because what it allows us to do is phase the development and keep businesses open during construction and keep public accessibility to water during construction as well.
And you told me that I don't even know, how you're going to fit all these extra slips in, but there's going to be more, right?
Well, actually, not so much. There is the Coastal Commission recognizes Dana Point to be what they call a small boat harbor.
Okay.
And so the total number of slips will remain about the same.
All right.
But the configuration of those slips will change. And not to mention the fact that we're going to be using the latest technology and taking slips that are almost 50 years old and completely renovating, not even renovating, rebuilding them.
So this is really a very huge project. And the other part to this too are the accommodations, the hotels that'll be there. There's one there that's now, and from what I understand from you, that will be still, the footprint might change because you're going to take that down, put another moderately priced hotel there, and then a boutique hotel, right?
That's exactly right. Another thing that's very important to the Coastal Commission is affordability. And so we are going to be in the existing hotel is recognized as an affordable hotel. So we're going to be looking to, it's old, and so we're going to be looking to replace that on a room per room basis with an affordable brand new hotel. And then in addition to that, we'll be building a boutique hotel that'll be about the same size. So we're going to be introducing a total of about 260 or so, 66 rooms.
Okay, and Supervisor, this has long been a place that locals, people from Orange County love to go to as an afternoon, dinner out, enjoying the harbor there, of course the Ocean Institute. But now it sounds like what you're trying to do, although you certainly get people from outside the area, this is going to be a little bit more of a destination place.
Yes, Dana Point's always been an international destination. So we get a lot of visitors from around the world, and we get a lot of folks locally too. And of course with the trolley system, getting everybody down to the harbor will be a real breeze.
Yeah.
But the harbor project is unique in that we'll still take a lot of the input from the community at large to maintain the vision that we all want for Dana Point Harbor. But we'll have a completely renovated asset that everyone can enjoy in the future.
Yeah, and just as I said, we've enjoyed really what they do at the holidays. And just over the last few years, although the harbor has remained the same, the events that have gone there are just wonderful. And it's just a fun place to go. And I hope that once this all gets done, I hope that continues as well, because it's magical down there at the holidays. I mean, it really is.
Yes, we'll continue with a lot of the major events, the concerts down at Baby Beach, and a lot of the activities, and we'll probably increase the activities, over the course of years. One of the first things that will be completed in the harbor will be a parking structure.
Oh,
and that will be
okay.
fantastic for the community at large. We always have a shortage of parking.
Yeah, yeah. We always do the kind of the secret thing and go, which a lot of people do, go all the way down to Baby Beach and down that area. We usually find stuff. So what is right now, Brian, the projected time frame?
Well, as Supervisor Bartlett mentioned, we have an existing CDP, which is a permit that, that allows us to actually start construction. And so we're working with the city very closely right now on how to be able to execute on that existing CDP. So we could be starting construction on the retail portion as early as next year.
Okay.
And what we proposed is about a 5-year build out on the entire harbor. So everything we're planning to do, we feel like we can accomplish inside of 5 years. And that would include the hotel. It would include the complete replacement of the entire water side, all the boat slips. And so that's an exciting proposition.
And here's a rendering that we're seeing right here. And this is something that I was talking to you about earlier, that in this case, the Harbor Grill, everyone knows Harbor Grill, that will be taking down the existing building entirely and recreating a new space for it, along with many of the other places there as well. And it looks like probably increasing for more retail.
Yeah, there's about 85,000 feet of retail existing,
Okay.
and what we're building is closer to 116,000
Okay.
feet. So we are building more. We're adding more restaurant space to the mix. So you know, there's we're creating a lot of open space in the retail experience down there. So the harbor is a very walkable place.
Yeah, it
and
is. It is.
All our plans are to maintain that walkability.
Yeah, that will be very nice because it's a nice stroll down there. And as I said, you know, the times we've gone to, the most recent was Mother's Day, and it's just very nice to go out there and enjoy yourselves. But on busier times, it's hard to find a place to eat that has an availability. Yeah. So it sounds like this will play into that as well.
Most definitely.
Yeah, that'll be very nice. So we know that you were the mayor down there at one point, so this guy has to be close to your heart.
This is one of my signature and legacy projects. I am so proud to get this project moving forward, and especially with the public-private partnership, because I think we're going to end up with a much better outcome, having a private sector partner that has, you know, best in class for the water, retail, and for hotel. And I know the community at large is really thrilled to finally move forward on this project.
So with a partnership like that, does that mean they'll be in the private sector, they sort of manage the buildings and the retail spaces? Is that how that works?
Yes, the private sector partner will create a design, build everything out, and manage the entire project and provide a revenue stream into the Tidelands Trust.
And this is something we've seen more and more within our area, within our state, within our country, because of public funds are, you know, they're obviously they're limited. People don't want to see, you know, a lot of tax revenue used all the time. But this is a way to go when it brings everyone together and everyone in the end has an enjoyable area.
Exactly. It's the best of both worlds. In the harbor, we let government do what it does best. So our Public Works Department handled all of the street improvements and brought the purple pipe for reclaimed water down into the harbor, and then stopped. And then the private sector partner will take over. But many other projects around the county, we are utilizing public-private partnerships. The redesign of our Civic Center master plan, our animal shelter that was just completed, private sector partner, design build basis, and that was completed in less than 2 years, start to finish.
Yeah, very nice, and it's working great. I'm really looking forward to this because, as I said, we really enjoy going down there a lot, and I encourage you, if you haven't been down there before or recently, even now, head on down there because it's an enjoyable experience. There's all kinds of different activities that come up, from the whale watching to, I call it the pirate days, you know, when they do all that down there. And of course, the Ocean Institute is an excellent place to go down there, take your kids, and it's only going to get better. So fantastic. Nice to see you again. Oh, by the way, sign up for the supervisor's email, and it comes out, what, every couple of weeks or so?
It comes out every Friday via email, electronically.
Okay.
Yes.
And on there is all the different events that are going up, and sometimes you see something there you didn't know, hey, I didn't know this is coming up, and like the Pet Expo and all the kinds of things, and sign up for it because it's a great way to find out what's going on down in your area. Brian, a pleasure to meet you. I'm looking forward to, you know, we'll get you back every so often and get the progress.
Be great.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Good to see both of you. Thank you very much, and we'll be right back.
Hello, Laguna Woods. My name is Rick Bradford, and I am the pastor of Saddleback Church of Laguna Woods. I would like to invite you to join your friends and neighbors right here in Clubhouse 5 every Sunday as we worship, as we enjoy a free breakfast, and as we learn from our pastor, Rick Warren, the author of the best-selling book, The Purpose-Driven Life. Please be assured that you will be warmly welcomed at either our 9 or 11 a.m. service. I look forward to meeting you personally.
Did you know that we are living longer, healthier lives than ever before? And did you know that social interaction, brain stimulation, and exercise improve your quality of life? Did you know the Saddleback College Emeritus Institute offers 200 tuition-free classes to older adults in South Orange County? With over 30-plus locations between Lake Forest and San Clemente, it has never been easier to take advantage of your third act of life. Sign up today.
Did you know there are over 400,000 seniors in Orange County today? So where does a senior or family caregiver go for information and resources? You can turn to the Answers Guide, published by the Council on Aging Southern California. Answers is full of articles and resources to help you navigate the aging experience. You can pick up your free copy today at the clubhouse nearest you or at the Social Services Office. The Council on Aging, helping seniors remain healthy, connected, and protected.
At El Toro Pharmacy, your health needs and your quality of life is our top priority. We can be trusted with all your prescription needs, delivered free to your doorstep. Call us to have your prescription transferred. We will take care of everything. No hassle to you. We are a full-service pharmacy carrying all your over-the-counter medicines at competitive prices. And we offer complete diabetic care and your immunization requirements too. Under new management, come visit us in Moulton Plaza. El Toro Pharmacy will never be undersold, and we offer the finest after-sales services.
I've been with Clear Choice about 6 years now. I have my wife sitting next to me. She was tired of me saying what all the time, and that's when we sought out a hearing specialist, and we fell in love with Clear Choice right away. The hearing aids work great. I gave them referrals. My son's got hearing aids from Clear Choice. My neighbor's got hearing aids from Clear Choice. And in my mind, Clear Choice should be your #1 choice.
Come in to one of our locations for a free hearing evaluation. Clear Choice Hearing Aid. Hear better, live better.
Well, Tony Berrien is with me today. Of course, she's with the Hearing Well Club, and we're going to talk about, well, a few things today, but primarily how the club and in general, they work to create awareness, reduce the stigma of hearing loss, and most importantly, reduce the isolation. Am I right?
Exactly, exactly. Yes, hearing loss just creeps up on people. But today I really wanted to make a point of there's a lot of people who don't come to the Hearing Well Club. Maybe they don't know about it or they've heard about it, and I try to stop people in the grocery store and invite them to come. And a lot of people say, well, I've got my hearing aids, I'm fine, I just whatever. And but we do so much more that people do feel the stigma. People don't talk about hearing loss, and so that does cause them to isolate. When they come to a Hearing Well Club meeting, they see everybody with hearing aids on, they start talking about it, and a little of the stigma is reduced. And the more that they can talk about it, then the more they can ask family members to help them with the communication. You know, like if you're in a room and music is playing, ask them to turn down the music so you could hear a little bit better, because that music sort of covers up the voice, the sound, the understanding. Also ask people to speak a little slower. So when you realize what really contributes to successful communication, then you can ask others to help you. So, because people with hearing loss need a little help.
And quite often it may be a situation where it's just partial hearing loss. It's not real severe. However, in certain situations, like when there's a group of people or you're out somewhere, out in a restaurant or just walking around, you're not picking up all the conversation.
Exactly.
And so there you feel a little isolated. And people may not pick up on that because you're like, the person might be going, oh yeah, that's right. And
yeah. Well, what happens in situations like that often is that other people are aware of your hearing loss because you're not answering appropriately. You didn't hear the question, you don't understand what the conversation is, and it's embarrassing. And when that happens more than once, that person has a tendency to isolate, not go out, and they don't know what to do. They don't know how to talk about hearing loss. They're really lost. And so what we want to do is to help them with some tips for listening, And also, too, you need to be aware that hearing loss is often connected to cognitive aging issues.
Okay.
But hearing loss is affected and contributes to poor communication.
Yeah.
Another thing that happens a lot of times to people with hearing loss is you ask for a repeat, and they'll say, oh, never mind. Whoa, that's smart.
Yeah.
I want to be part of what's going on. I didn't understand you, so I'm asking for a repeat, and you're saying, never mind.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you feel hurt enough times, you're going to isolate. And so when people say that to me, oh, I really wanted to know. I'm sorry. It wasn't that I'm not paying attention. It's just I have a hearing loss. So.
Yeah.
And sometimes that opens up a conversation, and then there's more understanding.
And so part of your club helps with that. Helps
Exactly.
people
it's just
kind of re-engage, saying, don't be shy about saying, I didn't understand that.
Well, before they even get to that point, they have to recognize that the problem they have is common, it's not unusual. The first hearing loss support group that I went to back in 1998, I was so relieved to get a sense that what was happening to me was just the hearing loss. I'm not stupid, I'm not, unintelligent.
Right.
It was strictly my hearing loss. And that helped me a lot. And then I got very involved in hearing loss support because that was so profound for me to have that experience. And so now I'm trying to help others.
Now, you folks meet usually once a month, plus you...
Once a month. We're not having a meeting in August, so I'm not talking about that so much. But we did have one, I had a few volunteers go with me to the Sedgwickstrom Theater, and we tested out a new assistive technology thing. So it's a little rocky, but it's just brand new. It's called Gala Pro, and you have to bring a smartphone, and you connect to the Wi-Fi and the app on the smartphone, and you can read the captions.
Interesting.
In your life, but the screen is dark.
Yeah.
So you're not really disturbing other people.
Okay, I was going to ask that.
Yeah. So the screen is dark, and the type is either red or it's white.
Okay.
And it was just an interesting experience.
Yeah, I would think it might be. I know some theaters have captions, but I would think that for me, having a phone down here, trying to watch the action and trying to read, you might end up holding the phone up like that's just.
Well,
what did you find with that?
Yeah. Well, I know I missed a lot of stuff on stage because I was reading.
Yeah.
And so having the captions, like at the Sedgwickstrom, there's a LED box and they have performances once a month. It's a matinee that are captioned. I'm going to be meeting with the Laguna Beach Playhouse tomorrow and talk to them about their assistive devices. And they just started a program. They got funding to have once a month to have a captioned play.
Okay.
So I'm going to learn more about that, and so I can talk to our members and get them out and enjoy life.
All right.
Not sit at home.
No, not sit at home at all. Now, of course, people can go to the website hearingwellclub.com.
Perfect.
Find out all kinds of information, your events coming up. And again, in August, there won't be a meeting, but continuing
in September,
on,
yes. September, I think it's the 11th. It's the second Tuesday of the month. Come a little bit early, 1:45, and get a cup of coffee and a cookie, and visit with your fellow hearing loss members. And because that is a lot of value in that.
Yeah.
Talking to other people with the same problem, and then you go, oh yeah, that happened to me too. And it just seems to just take the edge off of all that irritation, shame, stigma.
And you cover many topics, and
we do.
Traveling.
So,
traveling, I think, would be a very big one.
Probably the biggest thing, the first thing people notice is they need an amplified phone. Talking on the phone is difficult. You don't have the benefit of lip reading and body language and all of that. So that is a real problem. So California provides free phones for people been verified hearing loss. So we talk about that. Choosing the right cell phone. Some are better than others. Some of them are rated for people with hearing loss, so I talk about that.
Oh, very good. Okay.
And television is a problem, so we talk about captioning and listening. There are many devices that are available to bring the sound closer. Yeah. And yeah, so those are basic things. And then probably my #1 program that I do once a year is the Consumer's Guide to Purchasing Hearing Aids. You know, people faced with buying hearing aids, they just don't realize what they don't know. They don't know what they don't know. And so we help them to understand their own situation and questions to ask so that they're actually part of the process rather than just kind of like going in like sheep and just accepting whatever is given. They have some expectations. Yeah. And yeah, so it's very helpful for them to take that.
All right, and you should, according to our schedule, you'll probably be back before your next meeting in September, I would think.
I will. I'll come back the second or the first Tuesday.
Yeah.
And,
so we'll
and I'll let everybody know what our September meeting is all about.
Very good.
Actually,
always good.
We are going to be talking about the surgical solutions for hearing loss.
So. All right. Very good. Always good to see you, Tony.
Yeah.
Take care.
Thanks.
Thank you for all you do, and we'll be right back.
Through my window, I see the first sunlight, and I feel the warm ocean breeze. I see the waves that lulled me all night. That's what my window brings me. Look at this.
That view is $1 million.
It's amazing. We can look at these kinds of places within our budget.
You don't have a bad view from here anywhere you look.
It's all about the view. Sunday night is beach night. Sunday night at 8, only on HGTV.
Well, one of the many benefits of living here in Laguna Woods Village is the equestrian center. In fact, something that makes the village pretty unique because not too many other communities have their own stable area, place that you can board your horses and have horses here that you can learn to ride. I'm here with the equestrian supervisor, Lisa Toomer, and it is very unique, isn't it?
It definitely is. I don't know that there is another retirement community in this country even that has an equestrian center as part of the amenities.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. And actually, if people have not been here, they'd be surprised all that is here and how large it is. So tell me about some of the facilities that you have here.
So we have room to board up to 27 privately owned horses owned or leased by residents of Laguna Woods Village. In addition, we have 2 stalls that are for staff. I've got one and my full-time assistant Alonzo has one. And then we also have 11 horses that are owned by GRF that are part of the rental riding program where we do little lessons and we also take out some nice trail rides.
So if somebody has never ridden before and maybe they've always desired, they can come over here and sign up for classes. They don't need to own anything and begin to take beginners classes and how to learn to ride and care for a horse, right?
Exactly. This is a facility that makes that a possibility for people who wouldn't otherwise be able to do it because it's a very expensive sport to take up anywhere else. So the fact that we have the nice safe horses here and our goal for the program is fun and safety makes it a really accessible program for the residents and for all of their family and friends.
How long have you been here?
I have worked here for almost 12 years. For 11 years, I was the assistant to the supervisor, Mike Setapane. And then last summer, Mike decided it was finally time to retire. And he actually moved in. He's a resident now and has a horse here. So I took over at that point, and I've been supervising since last summer. Yeah, we just saw Mike out on a trail ride. Now, beyond just learning to ride here, throughout the year, there's a lot of events that go on. Just recently, the Easter event that's traditional. You have shows, you even bring in people from outside the community, especially Norco, also known as Horsetown, right? Yes, Horsetown USA Norco. So we have a couple of professional drill teams that come every June and every October and do our horse show for us for no cost. They have charitable organizations that they support that people donate to. and it's just a lot of fun and a lot of excitement. And this is definitely a facility that you don't have to be a rider to enjoy, because we've got the Saddle Club that sponsors barbecues during the summer. You'll be talking to Tammy.
Yep.
We have lots of ladies and gentlemen who used to ride and now they don't feel it's a safe activity for them, but they love coming here and hanging out and having some cowboy coffee and visiting with all their
What's
friends.
cowboy coffee? You got the tin pot?
Not exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just the same old coffee that all the other facilities have.
Okay. Thought it was made the old way. You know, put the grounds on the bottom of the pot and put the water in. You mentioned how people can have their private or leased horses here.
Yes.
How does that work? If somebody has a horse, maybe they just moved into the community, they have it boarded somewhere else, and they wanted to see about boarding it here, how would they go about that?
So they would call the equestrian center, and they need to already actually be an owner and have their ID card before we can initiate any paperwork.
Okay.
And we would talk about what I have for stall availability, which at the time now I do have some available stalls, but there's many times that we are actually full up and we've got a bit of a waiting list.
Okay.
So this is kind of a unique time for anybody who's thinking they might, want to bring in a horse.
Nice.
We do have a few stalls available. So they would call me, we would talk about the cost, which is very affordable in comparison to all of the other boarding stables in the area. It's basically $234 a month plus whatever you feed.
Okay.
So you're going to stay within $400 a month total for your board.
Yeah, that's a very reasonable rate.
Yes, and also a very unique thing about this facility is that we have day turnouts, almost enough for every horse to be out every day.
Okay, I'm not a horse person. What does a turnout mean?
So turnout means during the night they're all in their box stalls.
Okay.
And during the day they get to be in the pipe corrals.
Okay.
So that they're out a little bit and they have a little more space to move around in.
Oh, I get it. So it's equivalent of a dog run, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Some facilities have what they call in and out stalls where you've got the part that's totally enclosed and then they can go out to a little open area. So it's a nice, really nice luxury that we have there that you don't find at most other facilities.
Yeah, that is fantastic. And beyond that, you were just out on a little trail ride. So tell us about the trails in this area. Again, people who maybe have just moved here recently, you're right in the middle of Orange County here. You got Moulton and all these roads around here. They might not even realize that there's trail riding. They don't need to take their horse anywhere, right?
Right. So we can leave right from this facility and go out the gate at the back and access trails by crossing over via Campo Verde. The owners also like to go inside the community and ride on what's called the bridle trail, so that you access through a locked gate and you get to ride inside and some of the residents can see the horse riders going by. We also have some trails that stay more outside the gates, and you can actually continue up and over, dropping down by Moulton Parkway almost at Glenwood, and continue on and keep riding for hours and hours if you've got the horse with the endurance and the time to fit it in your schedule.
Wow, that's amazing. And do you have supervised trail rides as well?
Yes, all of ours with the rental horses are supervised.
Okay.
So either I'm there or one of my assistants is on that ride.
Okay. Now, speaking of the rental horses, how does that work? Obviously, somebody has to know how to ride, and do they need to have a certificate or at least go through your classes? How does that work?
Yeah, so we get a lot of people, a lot of different scenarios. We get people who owned horses before and they just want to be able to ride again. We get people who always dreamed of riding and this is their first opportunity to try it. We get grandkids who are trying it for the first time. So we kind of start everybody with what we call an assessment lesson in our small arena so that we can just see what they know, if anything, and kind of build from there. Going out on the trails here, we are in the city, so we want to make sure that everyone's going to be safe out there and have control of their horse, just in case we have any disturbances out there.
Okay.
So everyone starts with that 25-minute assessment lesson, and then we decide from there what they're going to be interested in doing and what they're safe to do.
Okay, and I would assume that the horses, at least the rental horses for sure, are acclimated to all the traffic noise that they're going to hear, because you can hear it right in here in the stables at times, right?
They are, but things can come up unexpectedly. So out on the trails we might encounter loose dogs, bikers, joggers, loud noises, parties at the park with music and balloons and all of that. So yes, they are accustomed to some things, but you can't control everything out there. And surprisingly, in the arena, they're very used to like the fire engine sirens.
Okay. Wow.
So that doesn't seem to bother them. We were following behind the trail ride with a mule truck. That wasn't bothering them because those are things they're all used to.
Okay, what are the hours here, both to have people come over and take lessons and the rentals, and then for the private owners?
So the gates are unlocked every day from about 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. We're actually open for business with the rental program Wednesday through Sunday. Most of the riding is done in the mornings. We like to be done before the afternoon so that the horses can be fed before the guys go home, and then we leave a little bit of extra time to make sure the horses are all feeling well after eating their dinner, and so that we make sure nobody's having any health issues. So the boarders can stay here up until 10 p.m. at night.
Okay.
So security comes through, they double check and lock all the gates at that point in time.
Okay, so this is a good time for you folks. Maybe you're considering to either board your horse here, since there's some stalls available, but even if there isn't, maybe you've always been interested in riding a horse, getting to know what it feels like to be around them, and you don't have the opportunity to own a horse. You've got this fantastic equestrian center here. And even if you've never even considered it before, come on over and check out one of the many events that go throughout the year. We often talk about those on our program in the morning. They've got great events, family events, whether it's a barbecue or Easter egg hunt, whatever it might be. You don't have to be a rider, but I think maybe it would be nice to at least like horses, right? You may not have to love them, but I think if you come over here, you will end up loving them, and you may want to at least try riding one day. Lisa, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate it.
Choice for wood flooring and more is LA Carpet.
Now during their 2-day sale, visit their showroom now and get 65% off wood flooring, laminate, and waterproof flooring.
Plus, get 5-year, 0% financing.
Carpet, #1 for you.
Welcome back. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I love cars, so I'm very excited to have Randy Scott and George Zilligan here from the Car Club. Welcome, you guys.
Hi.
Super exciting, and you've worn the most appropriate shirt today with the cars on it. I love it.
Yes, with the Corvettes.
The Corvettes, and you know, and I have my little Corvette right here, which I know you were very excited about because you own a Corvette.
Yes, I have a 1978 Corvette. It was a production car, Indy 500 pace car back in '78. So and drive it pretty much every day, you know, for short trips. So it's always a lot of fun to cruise around town and with that, and then. We attend some car shows with it in the community, and with the upcoming car show too.
Which we're going to talk about in a little bit. And then just since we're talking about cars, George, what car do you have?
I have a 1963 Corvair convertible.
Oh, and what color did you say it was?
Sea mist.
Sea mist. I like it. I'm sorry we don't have a picture of it. I bet it's beautiful.
Oh, yes.
Next time. So, Randy, let's talk a little bit about the Car Club itself.
Okay, the Car Club, we have about 60 members in the Car Club, and about 25 of us actually have classic collector cars. You know, not everybody has one. Sometimes it's about that car that got away from us in our youth or in earlier years. You know, we talk about that, but you do not have to have a car to be a member. It's a very active club. We do a lot of excursions. We go to some of the museums, some of the places. We went to most recently LA Classic Car Show. I went to that at the LA Convention Center.
Okay.
We had a group go up there. We've gone to the Crevier Auto Museum on Costa Mesa, and also at the Lion Museum. We had some trips scheduled there, and they have now they have Indy cars on display there too this month and next. So we're pretty excited about some of those excursions that we make on a daily basis, and we also participate and go to a lot of local car shows. We talked about the JCPenney car show recently. It's the last Tuesday of every month at 4:30. The San Clemente shops at the outlets, they have about 300 to 400 cars there every Saturday starting at 9 o'clock.
Right.
So we have a lot of members that go there. The Beach City Garage has a car show. It's kind of a smaller show right now. It's the third Saturday, 8 o'clock. It's locally in Laguna Hills. And then upcoming is Dana Point has a big car show on September 23rd.
Right. I think we're going to have those guys on probably the end of the month and talk about that show too.
Yeah, that's a great. We went to that one last year. And, it was,
and how many cars does that one have?
Probably, I'd say maybe 200 or so. It's 150 or so, 200.
It's a good size.
It's a good size show, you know. And we have our car club meetings. It's the second Wednesday of each month, and it's in Clubhouse 2, the I always mispronounce the Grivela room.
Right.
At the Clubhouse 2, and actually tomorrow night is our clubhouse, our car club meeting.
Oh, okay.
So we have that, and a lot of times we invite people to come in, take a look, and talk about the car, see if they want to join. We share a lot of information. We also have established a reference listing of auto repair garages that car club members have had a good experience with, because it's always tough to find a good mechanic, especially when you move to the area.
And that mechanic doesn't necessarily help have just restorative, like old cars. That's technically a mechanical shop, regardless of the car that you have.
Yeah, and a lot of them will have specialty cars like European cars, or they'll have certain, American-made or domestic or foreign cars. They'll display what they do, what they specialize in, but most of them will do work on any kinds of cars. So, so it's good. So we have that reference for them to use that, and they feel more comfortable finding that mechanic.
Yeah,
well,
sure. I mean, referrals are always better anyway, because at least somebody knows how their work, the work that they do.
Exactly.
Let's talk about how to become a member of the club. Like, what do you have to do?
Actually, just come to the meetings. We encourage everyone to show up for the meeting, come and get a feel for what we do, what we have planned, what we have on our agenda. And if they have an interest in that, a lot of it is when we go to car shows, we talk about cars that got away, other cars, and just it's a social interaction event, talking about those kind of events. There's no special requirements other than just an interest in cars and classic and collector cars. We have all kinds, everything from some of our members have a Model T Ford 1913, I believe. And we have Studebakers, we have street rods and classic Packards, 1935 Packards, I believe. So I have a wide range of different kinds of cars too. So we all encourage to talk about that and our experiences, good or bad. Sometimes you have things that happen, but it's really a good experience to do that.
So what if they don't have an older car, but let's say they have a newer one, like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something like that? Do they you still welcome them?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
I didn't think you would say no.
Come on in, come on in,
I just didn't want to I want to make sure people knew that if you have a newer one, it's still okay. Or if you don't have one at all, they can still enjoy what everybody else has, right? Okay.
And certainly any Corvette too. So any
Corvette.
Or
any Corvette or any car like yours, a Corvair.
Absolutely.
So all right. Well, I know. So you've got a very exciting show coming up. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the car show?
Well, we're really excited about it because this is the 5th annual, and it's nice to know that we've made it for 5 years.
Yes.
And we're going to be at Clubhouse 2, and we're going to be there having the show this Saturday. The car show begins at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
We are also going to have, in conjunction with the recreation department, is having a free concert that begins at 6 o'clock, and that showcases Johnny Contardo formerly of Sha-Na-Na.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, that'll be so fun. In fact, that might even boost your attendance by a little bit by having the concert at the same time.
It's a good mix for us both to have that kind of music, the 50s, the 60s,
so fun.
and have those cars at the same time too. So we start at 4 for the car show, then the concert starts at 6 and goes till 8.
Okay.
There will be food for as long as it lasts out of the Clubhouse 2, the Martinez catering. And we encourage people to come, bring a blanket, an umbrella, their own picnic, and the people that attend are also welcome to bring their grandchildren, and the pool will be open with supervision for the grandchildren during this time period.
Okay.
So everyone should set some time away and come down and see the cars, listen to the concert, and have a great time.
And is that a free event?
It is a free
Okay,
event.
that's great. That's great. Although will the food be free, or is that something they would pay for?
That would be paid for.
Okay,
right.
okay. And how many cars do you guys have this time?
Well, it's going to be close to 50.
Is that normal for your car shows?
Well, there's a limited amount of space because the stage is going to be set up.
Right. Okay.
So we've tried to make the most impact that we can with the cars that we're going to be having.
Okay.
One of the cars is going to be a 1923 Buick that someone just recently found, and they found it original with all the pieces and parts. It's running, it's in great shape, and it's so rare that you get to find a car like that and see a car like that.
Exactly.
So, and of course there'll be Corvettes, there'll be Mustangs, a 1913 Model T, and
do they start them up when they're there sometimes to hear the motors?
Not usually. Just when they first get there, you might run them for a little bit, but not usually, because some of them are kind of loud too. So they're.
That's the excitement, though, right? I mean, to be able to hear them, I think, is great. Especially some of those muscle cars. You know, those are super fun.
Probably more as we're leaving, I think. When toward the end of the show, when you start leaving, they start leaving.
Right. Well, that's when probably a lot of people stick around, because I know when my son was talking about the Cars and Coffee that he went to in San Clemente or wherever it was at the time, he said it's the best thing is when they're leaving, because they're leaving and you can hear the sound and stuff. So it's super fun. Did you guys ever go to the Marconi Museum?
We had a group that we had scheduled where we were going to go there at one point, but I don't think we did yet. That's definitely on our agenda, though, to go there, because that's a real exciting, a really great museum. I think we had a scheduling conflict at the time.
Oh, okay. Okay, but at some point maybe you'll plan to.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, perfect. So Car Show is coming up this Saturday at 4 p.m. at Clubhouse 2.
Yes.
Great. And for any information, should they just contact the Recreation Department? Will be able to give them the information if needed?
Okay. Recreation Department or our president, Brad Friesen.
Oh, right.
His number is 949-351-4118.
Okay.
So they could call him and inquire about the show or attending the show if they want to do that.
Okay, great. Anything else?
Well, nobody should be intimidated by the cars when they get there. Just ask whatever you want, find out how a motor works, how the exhaust works. We're all welcome and very happy to explain whatever we need to.
Perfect. Well, thank you both for being here. I appreciate it. And good luck with your show.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you,
all
Lisa.
Right. And don't forget that it's this Saturday, the Car Show at Clubhouse 2, and it starts at 4 p.m. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to the Towers. As president of our association, I'd like to tell you about life here. Membership includes nightly open menu dinners, weekly housekeeping, on-call maintenance, and a range of on-site activities. Join our community of active, independent seniors. It's elevated living in a hotel-style environment. Visit us at towers@lagunawoodsvillage.com.
Welcome back. Well, we have time to tell you about one movie today, and that'll be this Friday, August 10th at 2 p.m. and also 7 p.m., and it's called Paul, Apostle of Christ. And that is a movie about Paul, Apostle of Christ. It's the story of two men. Luke, as a friend and physician, risks his life when he ventures into the city of Rome to visit Paul, who was held captive in Nero's darkest, bleakest prison cell. But Nero is determined to rid Rome of Christians and does not flinch from executing them in the grisliest ways possible. Before Paul's death sentence can be enacted, Luke resolves to write another book, one that details the beginnings of the way and the birth of what will come to be known as the church. So that looks somewhat riveting and interesting nonetheless. And it stars Jim Caviezel and James Faulkner, and that is directed by Andrew Hyatt, and that is rated PG-13 and is about 108 minutes. All right, let's go to our weather. Hot, so it is going to be very warm this week, so make sure that you guys stay cool, and you can go to some cool places like the library. We've got highs of 96 today, low 69, 92 tomorrow, 93, and then on Friday we have 90, and then on Saturday it's cooling off slightly but still 88, so it's still looking pretty warm out there. And then around town, I think Ken told us earlier that it was very hot in Palm Springs, about 117. So you can see around town we've got North OC 98, Beaches 89, South OC 97, San Diego 95, and like I mentioned, Palm Springs is very hot out there. So definitely take in some cool times. Maybe at some of our libraries or clubhouses might be a little cooler. On tomorrow we have Tom Circle will be here with our GRF meeting report. We have Mary Zolli and Sandra O'Connor with the Theater Guild. Always a fun time with them. Carol Dolan and Judy Starrett Rizzo will be here with the Aqua Deck. So we'll tell you a little about them. Have a great day in the village and stay cool.